So hello everyone. So in this video we will see spot requests, saving plan, reserved instances, dedicated host and capacity reservations. We will talk all about all these things. Okay, let's start. So first is spot requests. So when you will open your EC2 dashboard, then in the left hand side in instances at the fourth position there is spot requests. Okay, so what is this and how we can use it? So for the theory part you can see my previous video which I have posted on this channel. So what are spot requests now? So basically they provide us a lot of discount, uh, like apart from on-demand instances. When we were using on-demand instances we had to pay more amount, but now when we will use spot requests, so these are basically some instances that can be lost if we reach our maximum price that we are giving to AWS. But this is a good thing whenever we are working on a small workload thing, or whenever we are working on a small project whose time duration is low. Okay, so let's see the pricing history first. Okay, so suppose we have chosen this instance type. Next is our data range. Data range might be, you can choose it for 1 month or 3 months. Suppose we have chosen it for 3 months. In 3 months we can also choose graph according to availability zone or instance type. With availability zone you can see, suppose your availability zone is for AP Southeast 2A, AP Southeast 2B, or AP Southeast 2C. So this is the region which is the cheapest for us, which we can use and we can get the most amount of saving, which is 74.92% savings. Next is how we can make this spot instance. So let's go back and see this. Okay, so you can request your spot instance here. Whenever you will request your spot instance, you can manually configure it, or you can use a launch template instead. Okay, suppose if I am here using manually configure launch parameters, so I'll be selecting an AMI. Suppose I am choosing Amazon Linux 2 AMI HVM only. I am keeping it default right now. I had made this key pair already, so I'll be using it, my key. Okay, additional request details. So this is my, if I don't use it by default, so what will happen, I'll be given an option to choose IAM fleet rule, which is request from or until. Okay, next is what is the behavior of our instance when that request expires. So I can choose it to be terminated or not terminated. Okay, so first this is the case what we can do in additional request details. Next is target capacity. In target capacity I can set the number of vCPUs, number of instances, or the number of memory, how much memory we are using. Suppose I want like 10 vCPUs. Okay, so I can enter here 10 vCPUs, and this is our total target capacity. If we have specified this, we can allocate part of the target capacity as on demand. But see, here it is written that we have set the target capacity, I want 10 vCPUs, so it will choose the best like 10 vCPUs from any instance. Suppose we want to maintain target capacity. Okay, so how we can maintain target capacity? So if interruption behavior, if any interruption is there, target capacity, the vCPU will be terminated. We can choose it to stop or hibernate. Okay, let's keep it default right now. Let's keep it 1 only. Okay, we will also keep this default additional request details. Next is network. We can choose network or availability zone. You can also choose instance type requirements. Suppose you can do two things here. You can manually select your instance type. Suppose you are selecting C5.large or C1.medium, you are adding them here. Okay, you have this spot saving, spot price, you are giving this whole stuff, that how it will charge you, how AWS will charge you for all these instances. This is here, you can choose any of them. Okay, next is, suppose I want to specify instance attributes that matches our compute requirement. Suppose I just want 32 vCPUs and I'm not confirmed that which instance type I should work on. So I'll be choosing the instance attributes only, and then AWS will automatically give me a proper instance that I should work on. So this is something which is very beneficial if you don't know about instance type, which instance type should you use. Okay, next is allocation strategy. So spot allocation strategy could be done on the basis of price capacity or optimized, or just capacity optimized. In this capacity optimized, suppose if you want a higher capacity but you don't care about prices, so you can go for this capacity optimized. But if you want that we should have capacity and it should be cheapest also, so this is the best option, price capacity optimized. We can see all the strategies here. There is lowest price option also, and last one is not so. Okay, next is your fleet request at a glance. This is our fleet strength, which is just strong. I'm not going to launch it because it might be much costly for me. But you can see this is 77% better than on demand, because I am getting 77% savings here. Okay, but estimated hourly price will be 0.023 per hour at this target capacity, so I am not going to launch it because it will charge me. Next is, if I want to launch this spot request from the EC2 instance launch time only, I can do this that also. While I am launching an instance, there is a option in advanced details. Suppose I am launching an instance here. So here in advanced details, we have an option for like this. Wait, let me show you. Okay, here is a purchasing option. Okay, you can request spot instance from here. You can customize it. Either you want to set some maximum price or no maximum price. You can also set your request type to be one time or persistent. Suppose if you are keeping it persistent, then it will request you until the time reaches. Okay, suppose if I have selected this persistent, I would have to also select the valid to time. If I want to set some time that this spot instance should request again and again till the expiry date, so I can set this expiry date. Or if I don't want any expiry date, that it should not have any expiry date, then I'll be selecting this no request expiry date. Okay, here one time is basically it will just request for spot instance for once and it will be terminated then. Okay, you can also select the interruption behavior. As I said, terminate, stop, or hibernate. You can also hibernate, terminate, or just stop that interruption behavior. Next is capacity reservation. You can also set your capacity reservation, tenancy, RAM disk, all these things, and then you can launch your instance. So this is how we can set spot instances while we are launching an instance. Now we will see savings plan. What is the savings plan? Savings plan are basically, I have explained it in my theory, but I am just telling you this, that suppose you set a price in AWS and then you say that okay, I'll be paying this much to you, and whatever you will give me, I'll be working on it. Okay, so this is saving plans strategy. You can also purchase saving plans here. Okay, let's see this now. Here is cost management, billing and payments pages here. Now we can also purchase a saving plan. Suppose I want to purchase a saving plan, I can also choose that whether I have to choose compute saving plan, EC2 instance saving plan, or SageMaker savings plan. Compute saving plan basically applies to EC2 instance, AWS Fargate, and AWS Lambda. Here EC2 instance saving plan, as named, it will only be applied on instance, okay, within the committed EC2 family that you are choosing. Term, you can also choose term either it for 1 year or to 3 year. Saving plan are basically, as I said, that if you are just planning to go to a vacation and you have booked your hotels there, so you are basically, what you are doing, you are actually choosing a saving plan for yourself. Okay, that at that exact moment you won't be charged more. Okay, so this is a feature of saving plan which is available on AWS. Next we can see reserved instances. What are these reserved instances? So basically these reserved instances are, we can purchase our platform, we can set our platform tenancy offering class, and then we can choose a in an instance which is reserved to us only. This is basically an instance which is our, we will be choosing it for like 3 years or 1 year term. We will select that term. Suppose I've just searched and the best instances are here, like I have applied t3.micro. so effective rate are this, upfront price is this, hourly rate is $0.000. okay, this payment option is here, and see, if all upfront payment I'm doing, I'll be getting more discount. If I am doing no upfront payment, I'll be getting lesser discount, and if I'm doing partial upfront payment, then I'll be getting moderate discount in this. I can also choose quantity here. I can add to cart and I can view cart, and then I can purchase that reserved instance. The reserved instance is basically that type of thing that you have just chosen that you want to stay for 2 year or 3 year on a place, and you are just paying that money, and you will not be like given, your instance won't be terminated here. You have reserved your instance for that proper term, and you have set your instance type, instance family, and you have also chosen your term here basically. Okay, and also offering class, standard offering class or convertible. In standard you can't change your instance type in between, but you can also choose your instance type in convertible offering class, sorry. So you can choose this. Next is dedicated host. Basically dedicated host, as I told you lastly, that a proper server will be given to you, like you have booked a whole building in a hotel, that is actually a dedicated host for you. Okay, basically what is this, you are just reserving a host, okay, physical server fully dedicated for your use, and you are just using like name tag, instance family, you are choosing that okay, this is instance family I'll be using. Instance type, then you will give that okay, in that instance family I'll be using this instance type, which is launched on your dedicated host only. You will choose that in which availability zone your dedicated host is located. Okay, so all these things you can do. You can also choose quantity from here. So this is basically dedicated host and how you can choose this dedicated host here. Next is capacity reservations. Basically this is something like you are booking a room in a hotel, and what you are doing, you are visiting there sometimes, or you are not visiting there sometimes. So if you are not visiting, then also you will have to pay for the reservation. Like suppose I have created a reservation. I am creating a capacity reservation. I have this instance type which is a1.medium or a1.large. I can choose any of them. Platform is like Windows, Linux, whatever you can choose. Availability zone you can choose. Total capacity of instance you can choose. You can also choose the time at which specific time your reservation should end. Like suppose you have in a hotel, you have chosen that okay, I am just booking this for 2 months. Okay, and after 2 months from this date, this capacity reservation will end. So at that specific time your capacity reservation will end, and when it ends, that instance would be no longer of your use, or it would no longer be yours. Okay, you can also choose manually here. Okay, that either like you are booking a room in a hotel, and you have said that okay, whenever I want to cancel it, I will cancel it. Okay, I am not selecting a date. Okay, when I need it, I would just cancel that. So this is something that capacity reservation remains active in your account until you manually cancel it. Okay, so this is one option in which you can deactivate or activate manually your capacity reservation. Okay, so this was the video of all these saving plans: spot request, reserved instances, dedicated host, and capacity reservation. We talked all about these things, and next video we will see burstable instances. So till then, thank you, and next meet in our next video.